Good morning, Pup Up Now family. How are you? I'm Courtney. I'm the founder and CEO of Pup Up Now. Thank you so much for joining us at Facebook Live. We're here every Friday at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And again, we very much appreciate you being here. Again, if you're just now joining, I am Courtney. I'm the founder and CEO of Pup Up Now. We bring fresh ingredients delivered straight to your door so that you can prepare home-cooked meals for your pups, as well as treats, as well as a medicinal aid that will help your pups with any aches, pains, anxiety, or seizures. I have baby Logan here as well as Jaeger waiting for a treat as always. And these are our treats. We have ginger snaps as well as sweet potato sweets. I'm gonna go ahead and let the babies have one right now. You guys, all of our treats are homemade, the granny way, gluten-free, 100% human-grade ingredients, prepared with love by us. No soy, no sugars, no preservatives, no artificial colors, no artificial flavors. And again, made with love by us. They are super cute. They're little bones. I'm going to give one to each here. I just broke one in half. Again, we have the ginger snaps as well as the sweet potato sweets. And here are the sweet potato sweets. We have our brand new labels from Ballpark Printing in Ramona. Absolutely fabulous company. Great guys to work with over there. Eric and oh my goodness, I wanted to call him Aaron. Eric and Adam. Thank you so much, you guys. I really appreciate all that you guys do for me. And again, these are our brand new labels, and these are our sweet potato sweets. I'm going to go ahead and let the babies have one more right now. You guys, excuse my voice this week. I have been sick most of the week, and so I'm just now recovering, and so it's a little rough on the voice. So I'm going to do the best I can with Facebook Live again today. Again, if you're just now joining, I'm Courtney. I'm the founder and CEO of Pup Hub Now. Thank you very much for being here. We're here every Friday at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So we're going to go over a few things of what we can expect today. Sorry, Jaeger. Oh my gosh, Jaeger just wolfs down his food. He just never even takes a second to chew, I swear. So let me go ahead and cover what we're going to cover today. The name of the segment is How True is True. Just leave me alone. So I'll get to that in just a bit. But we're going to be talking about the way that some pet food companies feel, as well as some dogs and some residents in some small towns. So how true is true, and just leave me alone. So here's what we're going to be talking about today. The Pup Hub Now news. We'll also go over some labels and how to read labels and what they really mean, as well as Canine Comments by Karie, number 34, and our quote of the day. Karie is our Director of Public Relations, and she brings tidbits and facts to us about canines, as well as fun little quotes, so we'll be going through that too. So I want to go ahead and quickly get into the Pup Hub Now news. Excuse me just a minute. I'm just going to go ahead and take a quick drink of water because, again, I am just... I'm struggling today, you guys, man. I've been sick all week. It's been a crazy week here, and my voice is faltering a little bit, so just give me a sec. All right, okay, that's better. We're going to go ahead and jump into Pup Hub Now news. So what's going on? A lot is going on in Pup Hub Now, and it's super exciting, and it's really great. And again, I just want to thank all of you guys, especially those who have been here from the very, very beginning with us. Have a lot of loyal followers that have been out there with us, and again, I just truly appreciate all of you. So we're going to jump into exactly what's going on here. We have hired a new marketing firm. Super excited to get these guys off the ground and see what they're going to do for Pup Hub Now. We have since replaced our previous firm. They were good to get us out the door, but we really want to get into a larger space, and I am confident that this marketing firm is going to be able to do that for us. So I'm super excited to do that. In the meantime, we did run an ad last week. It was really fun. We featured Sammy Doodle Jr., our little Make Your Pup a Star winner. So we ran a survey in the very beginning of Pup Hub Now, gosh, about 14, 15 weeks ago, I can't remember exactly. And we did a survey to determine what you guys are looking for in the marketplace, what you can afford, what kind of products you want to see. And with that survey, people who participated got to be entered into a contest to see if their pup would be our little Make Your Pup a Star winner, and Sammy Doodle Jr. won. His pup parent is Mitzi Dress, and he's featured in our advertising right now. So I don't know if you guys have had a chance to see it. I think it's on the Facebook Live or Facebook page, and of course it's been all over Facebook as well, and little Sammy Doodle Jr. is featured there. His face has been all over America, and people absolutely adore him. Super cute. Sammy is also one of our very, very, very most picky pups. So Mitzi has done a video, and it's showcased on our Facebook page, where she shows Sammy trying all these different kinds of food. They've tried kibble, of course, that's absolutely just like totally out of the question, as well as just food for dogs, Stella's, Primal, just tons of different kinds of food that Sammy Doodle Jr. will not touch. He is a Pup Hub Now fan, and that's all he'll eat at this point. He has both of our meals. He's got the chicken and eggs Florentine, which is our breakfast, as well as our chicken and turkey dinner with veggies. And Sammy Doodle Jr. absolutely loves it. So if you have a picky pup, chances are your pup will too. You know, what's interesting is we just shipped food out to Melissa Lynn Pettit, who is another loyal follower and who won, she was our very first survey participant when we were running that contest. And so as a result, Melissa has received 15% off all products for life. Which is a fantastic promotion. However, if the pups don't enjoy the food, then what difference does it make? 15% off of nothing is nothing, right? So the pups have to like it. Melissa just ordered some food last week, and I have a ton of footage of Stella and of Molly enjoying our food. And again, these are super picky pups. You guys will see the before where their food is just sitting there, and then you'll see the after where they're just devouring Pup Hub Now food. Stella's got it all over her face. It's super cute, you guys. So all of that footage will be coming out. It'll be on our Facebook page as well as in our advertising. And on that note, I just want to let you guys know, for all of you who are trying Pup Hub Now, definitely send us a testimonial of your dog trying our food. I love getting different pups involved. You know, I've got Logan and Jaeger. They're all over our page. They're constantly featured as our little Pup Hub Now dogs. But I love getting all of your dogs into our Pup Hub Now family. And if you look at our website at www.puphubnow.com, that's PUPHUBNOW.com, you will see that we have a bunch of different dogs featured on that page. And so for people that have participated in Pup Hub Now or have ordered our food or our treats or our medicinal aid, we definitely like to showcase your dog. So if you've done or ordered some of our products, take a video of your dogs enjoying them, and we will feature you not only on our Facebook page, but probably in our advertising as well. So definitely do that. Again, I want to go through some of the additional news that we have to share with you. Jump into our website at, hang on, here's the voice faltering again from all week of being sick. Just a moment. Okay, that's a little bit better. Jump into our website and check out where you can sign up for our email list. So check out where you can sign up for our email list. You guys will get tons of information about what's going on in the pet world, in the pup world, if there are dog food recalls, just important information like that, as well as tidbits and information from Pup Hub Now. But again, really important news. If there's a dog food recall, we'll definitely showcase that and make sure that you guys know about it. And then we'll also feature Canine Comments by Karie and the quote of the day. So it's just fun stuff, fun information, as well as our promotions. If you jump into our website at www.puphubnow.com, that's PUPHUBNOW.com, you can go ahead and input your email address. You'll get a free copy of our book, as well as be added to our newsletter so that you'll get that important updates and information about not only Pup Hub Now, but what's happening in the pup world and pet food space. So definitely take a look at that. What else? I want to let you guys know what's going on with our monthly promotions right now. We've got several different promotions going on. If you would like to try our meal kits, and again, we bring fresh ingredients straight to your door so that you can prepare home-cooked meals for your pups. We do it that way for a couple of different reasons. Number one, home cooking provides just a ton of protein and good value to your pups. So there's a ton of information out there about why it's a good way to go to feed your pups. So again, take a look at our book that you can get. It's a free copy, and you can go into our website and get it there. It'll go through all the benefits. I did that in the last segment, so I'm not going to do it today. But it'll let you know why it's really important to do and why it's a good thing to do. But also, it's a much, much more affordable way to feed your dog than like a pre-made meal. So we don't really have any competitors. Pup Hub Now does not really have any direct competitors. There's nobody that's doing it just like us. But we do have competitors in the same space, kind of. So what I mean by that is there are companies out there that are doing pre-made meals that are delivered straight to your door. So that you've got the vet quality, vet approved ingredients, just like we do. And they're being delivered to your door. So it's very convenient, just like what Pup Hub Now does. And there are some good products out there for sure, but they're a lot more expensive. So it's just like when you go out to eat versus preparing your own meal at home. You guys, it's always cheaper to go ahead and prepare your own meals at home. So what we're doing is providing all the vet approved balanced ingredients to you. so that then you can prepare the meal at home versus us preparing it for you. Saves a ton of money. And just to give you a quick glimpse, and I did a big segment on this last time, so I'm not going to go into a ton of detail, but just a couple of details. One of our competitors is $140 a week to feed a 50-pound dog. We're $35. Another one is $90 a week to feed a 50-pound dog. We're $35. Ours is plus shipping, but even if you go all the way to New York, it's $50. And if you're in Southern California, you're lucky enough to live next to Pup Up Now, it's about $40, you guys. So it's a ton, I'm sorry, $45. So it's a way, way, way cheaper way to go if you want to do 100% human grade ingredients for your dogs, which is a fantastic way to feed your dog. After all, our pups are part of our family, so why should we not be giving them just the same kind of balanced and good food that we would be expecting to eat ourselves? So definitely check out our promotions. What we're doing right now, a lot of you have asked for samples. We are offering a 7-cup portion of food on a one-time basis. So what that means is you do not have to get a subscription. You don't have to sign your life away to be with Pup Up Now. Most of our clients have found that they do actually like to go on a monthly subscription. It's easier for them. A lot of them will get a month of food at a time. And so that way they're just covered for the month. But if you don't want to commit to that, this is a way to be able to try our food. It's 7 cups of food. You can get 3.5 cups of the chicken and eggs Florentine, 3.5 cups of the chicken and turkey dinner with vegetables. And you can let your pup try that, the breakfast and the dinner, or you could do 100% breakfast at 7 cups or 100% dinner at 7 cups. See what your pup thinks, see what you think. There's no commitment. It's only $14.25 plus shipping, and it'll give you a chance to try our food. So definitely check that out. We're also running a special on our treats right now. I showed you guys our treats in the beginning. They are $12.25 for the sweet potato sweets or $12.25 for the ginger snaps plus shipping. And if you order 2 bags of treats, you'll get $5 off. The pups absolutely love them. As you can see, here it is Logan trying to get one right now. And they totally love these treats, you guys. And you get about 70 treats in this bag. So if you have one dog, that's like 2 months of treats for your dogs if you're doing 1 treat a day. If you have 2 dogs, that's a month worth of treats, and it's only $12.25. You'll save $5 off your total purchase if you order 2 bags of treats. We also have our medicinal aid, and our medicinal aid is for pups with aches, pains, anxiety, or seizures. So if your pup suffers from any of those ailments, definitely get him some support, you guys. God, it's not even that expensive, and I promise you he will feel so much better. We offer that medicinal aid at the most cheapest, most affordable price on the market, and the reason why I did that is it's very near and dear and close to my heart. I have Jägermeister, who's my boxer. Excuse me. We're coming up on the 1-year anniversary of my father's passing away. It's tomorrow. And me. When my dad died, I'm gonna go ahead and take a drink for 2 reasons. Number 1, I'm getting really upset. And number 2, my voice is going, so hang on just a minute. Okay, so when my dad died, I took Jaeger. So Jaeger was my dad's dog and his absolute just beloved boxer. These 2 were everywhere together. And Jaeger just stuck by my dad when he was sick, just the entire time, just by his side. Such a loyal companion. When my dad died, Jaeger was too much for my mom to handle, so I took Jaeger. And when I did that, it was a huge adjustment. You know, he moved to a new house, he had new people, and even though he knew us, and he knew Logan, my little border collie, and I mean, we all knew each other. We've been growing up with Jaeger. He was 5 when I took him. It was a big adjustment, and he had always suffered from anxiety anyway, and he had some pains. His hips, like you could see when he would get up and down. He was really in pain. And so when I got Jaeger, if you look at our website, you'll see a photo of Jaeger. He completely destroyed my office door, completely destroyed it. I left him for like 2 hours in the office with Logan. I had to go run some errands. And I came back and the office door was completely destroyed. And so I thought, oh my God, I've got to do something for this poor pup. Like he is just really suffering. And so I started giving him this medicinal aid, and it made such an impact and difference in his life. It was unbelievable. And so I knew that with that I wanted to add this product to Pup Up Now product development. And so I added it to our line of products. We have our own proprietary blend. It's done amazing things for Jaeger. Again, you'll see on the website his before and after pictures. He's really calmed down. He no longer suffers from anxiety. He no longer suffers and is in pain. He's feeling so much better. And because this is such a very near and dear and personal thing to me, because like I said, it just changed his life when I took him after my dad died. I have done my very best to price it at the most affordable price on the market. You will not find it cheaper from anyplace else. So definitely check it out at our website, www.puphubnow.com. That's PUPHUBNOW.com. And you will see that we are the cheapest on the market. And I hate using that word cheap because it sounds like you don't have value in your product. You guys, I always search for value first. And in this case, I just happen to be the most affordable as well. So that makes me really, really proud that I can do that. And makes me really happy that I can provide this product to anybody who needs it. It's affordable. Go get it. You won't find it for a more affordable price than any place else than Pup Up Now. Again, it's www.puphubnow.com, PUPHUBNOW.com. If your pup suffers from aches, pains, anxiety, or seizures, go get that product. Do it today. Help your pup. Okay, so enough about that. Let's go ahead and cover some more news here. Oh my gosh, my voice is faltering. Okay, we talked about the book. Jump on the website, go get the free book, join our newsletter. We talked about the promotions. I think we got it. That's all of our news. I want to go ahead and jump into label analysis and what you can expect to see from a label or not. How true is true? What does it mean? What are you actually reading? I'm looking for some water. Give me a second. Again, we're kind of struggling through this Facebook Live just a little bit today because I've been sick all week. And so I'm trying to repair my voice as we go here, you guys. Hang on, let me read. I've got all of these very fragile items here. I've got glass, I've got a computer. I must really trust Logan today. He's not doing a lot of jumping, which is good. Okay, give me just a second before we jump into this. All right, much better. So we're going to talk about labels a little bit. So what are you seeing when you jump into a label? When you're looking at a dog food label, you look at the back of a, hi baby, he wants to play. You look at the bag of a dog food bag, okay? And you're checking out your label and you think you know what you're reading. And you guys, I was guilty of this forever, man. I would go to the store and I would buy the most beautiful bag of dog food because of course if they put a lot of effort into making it look pretty and chickens falling from the sky along with a bunch of vegetables, that must be exactly what I'm buying, right? So, I'm being facetious obviously. So, but this is what I did. I would just buy whatever and I would go ahead and I would purchase whatever dog food looked good on the shelf. And I didn't really give it a whole lot of thought, to be honest. I only really started getting into this when I struggled with the baby. The baby is Logan, the little border collie. And he had a difficult time eating. He was very, very picky. And he just was getting skinnier and skinnier. And I'm like, what is going on with this baby? Come here, Jaeger. And I was worried about him, you know. And so I started trying different things and changing his food and doing different things. And that's when I really started paying attention to labels. So there's a lot to it, you guys. You may think you know what you're reading. You may think you know what you're deciphering there, but you may or may not. A lot of you probably do. I did not. And so because of that, I'm going to go ahead and go over just a couple of things for those of you who are like me, how I was in the beginning. So label analysis. When was the last time that you looked at the label on your pup's food? And do you recognize the ingredients? Are they familiar to you? Do you have a good grasp of what you're actually feeding to your pup and what it means? And does it meet the AAFCO guidelines? What are the AAFCO guidelines? So AAFCO says that a healthy adult dog should have a minimum of 18% protein. Okay, that means that when there's a ton of garble, googly, technical science babble that goes into this, so I'm going to just try and like condense it to something really easy. AAFCO goes ahead, they compare dry comparison weights, okay? So if you have a wet food, like what Pup Hub does, or a canned dog food, it's gonna look different on the protein than in a dry weight comparison. So what AAFCO recommends is when you send your food to the lab, they always analyze it in a dry weight comparison. That way it's apples to apples and not apples to oranges, right? So when you're looking at your dog food, you really want to look for that protein level. But what you're reading, you know, does it really mean what it says? So I'm going to give you an example. The first 5 ingredients listed on a dog food label will tell you a lot about the quality of a product, okay? It's the very first 5 labels. And why is that? Because dog food companies are required to list the ingredient in order of weight predominance. So the heaviest ingredient goes first. That would ostensibly mean the most ingredient in that dog food, right? That's kind of what they're trying to get at there. So what you want to see up there is like your chicken, your beef, your lamb, your salmon, whatever you've got, turkey, you know, you want to see all those meats, right? But there are some deceptive practices out there that will allow you to make you think that you're getting one of those meats at the very top, but you're really actually not. Okay, so the first 5 ingredients will tell you a lot about what is in your dog food. So I have an actual label here from a commercial dog food bag. And the first 5 ingredients are chicken, whole grain corn, barley, chicken byproduct meal, corn gluten meal, whole grain wheat. Is that 5? Did I do 5? I think I went one more. So chicken, whole grain corn, barley, chicken byproduct meal, and corn gluten meal, okay? Those are the first 5 ingredients. So the first ingredient is chicken, so that looks fantastic, right? Like, great, they have chicken. The second ingredient is corn. The third is barley. Barley is a carbohydrate. It provides fiber, but it only has slight nutritional value to a dog. Corn, going back to the second ingredient, is super inexpensive, and it provides very little nutritional value. So we've got corn as the second ingredient. We've got chicken as number 1. Corn, very nutritional value, as number 2. Barley is number 3, very slight nutritional value. Number 4 is chicken byproduct meal. What is that? So we go into this a lot in the book. Chicken byproduct meal, this is an ingredient. It's a dry rendered product from a slaughterhouse waste. That's what that is, okay? And the quality can vary depending upon the caliber of the initial raw material obtained by the manufacturer. So it's not that all byproduct is bad. It's not all bad. It's just that, do you know exactly what the original raw material was? And we don't. So that's the problem. We don't know what that is. So it's not that it's all bad, but we as a consumer, when we see chicken byproduct meal, we don't really know what that means because we have no idea what the initial raw material was. And it's the initial raw material that determines how quality that rendered ingredient is. So you're just kind of rolling the dice there. You just don't know. The 5th ingredient in the label that I was reading is the corn gluten meal. This product contains 60% protein. Wow, that sounds fantastic, except it's not the kind of protein that our dogs need, right? So that can boost the overall protein reported on the label. So that's a deceptive practice that dog food companies use, you guys. They'll go ahead and they'll put something in there that will really increase that protein so that it looks like you're getting, oh my God, I'm getting all of this protein. I mean, 60%, that's a big giant boost, but it's not the kind of protein that we want. And so dog food companies can be very deceptive in doing that. We have to consider that quality of protein. So as I always mention, not all protein is created equal. So corn gluten meal has a lower biological value than meat, meaning the corn gluten meal is less able to supply amino acids, especially the 10 essential amino acids that our pups need. Now, I go into a lot of this information in the book, and it's not super science babble, you guys, but it's just a little bit more detailed than what I can do here. But suffice it to say, corn gluten meal is not where we want our pups getting their protein from, okay? So this label is a perfect example of how difficult it can be to decipher what exactly we're feeding to our pups. At first glance, it could easily appear that the food provides a much higher than AAFCO recommended level because on this label it says that it's boasting a 25% rate of protein. But I just told you guys how much corn gluten meal can actually add to the protein value. So you're not getting all that from the chicken that they say is number 1, right? So that leads me to ingredient splitting, okay? Ingredient splitting, what is that? So pet food companies are required to list ingredients in accordance to the pre-cooked weight, but the heaviest item being listed first. We talked about that. So ingredient splitting is the process of subdividing a more abundant yet inferior ingredient into smaller portions. So I'm just going to flip that. I don't know if you guys can hear that call coming through. So when you have when you have an inferior product, sometimes what pet food companies will do is they'll split that product into 2, and then that way it breaks up their percentage so that the good product, which is the meat, can rise to the top. So in the example that I was just talking about, we talked about the corn gluten meal and corn, right? And we saw that in those first 5 ingredients that they had split that ingredient, the corn, into 2, right? So what that means is you can actually then make the meat jump to the front. So again, back in our example, you can see that the whole grain corn was split with the corn gluten meal. So consumers are aware, like, you guys aren't stupid, you're aware that corn is an inexpensive, low quality ingredient. You know that chicken is the better ingredient. You know that chicken costs more money, right? Well, pet food companies know that you know that. So they split the corn into two. So after splitting it into two, then they can make the chicken jump to the top, because now they legitimately have two ingredients with less percentage than the chicken. So as long as the percentage is less, then the chicken can rise to the top. If the chicken's percentage is higher than the corn gluten meal, and the chicken's percentage is higher than the corn, the whole grain corn, then it can go to the top. So do you see what I mean? They split that original ingredient of corn into two just so that chicken could climb. So you're not really getting chicken as your number one protein. You're not really getting chicken as your number one ingredient. Come here, Jaeger. So it's really important that when you guys are analyzing labels, that you read past the first ingredient to see if there is ingredient splitting. So again, that's what we're talking about, ingredient splitting. You want to read past the first ingredient to see if there's ingredient splitting. If you see the word corn twice, then you know that they split it. And if they split it, that means that its percentage level was so high, they had to split it so that they could make you believe that there was actually a better ingredient with a higher percentage, and that's how they were able to move it to the top. So I want to give you guys an example of the Pup Hub Now labels, and I know these are backwards on Facebook Live because everything's mirrored. So these are our new labels, and they go on our packages of food. And if you look at Instagram, Pup Hub Now on Instagram, or if you look at our Facebook page, you'll see that a lot of our products are displayed, and you'll see our food and how it comes. It's all layered, it's beautiful, it's got tons of chicken and ground beef. Not ground beef, ground turkey. We haven't done a beef yet, but we're going to. Chicken, ground turkey, chicken livers, and our chicken and turkey dinner with veggies. And then we have chicken and eggs Florentine, and you'll see chicken and eggs and spinach and all sorts of good stuff, right? And so it's layered in the package. You can see exactly what you're getting. You take the contents, you put them into your slow cooker, you cook the food for the prescribed amount of time in your cooking instructions, and then you have this beautiful food for your pup for the whole week. And again, by doing it that way, you're gonna save yourself a ton of money because you're doing the cooking versus us doing it for you. So again, I talked about our competitors' pricing earlier. You could get a week's worth of food from our competitor for $140, or you could get a week's worth of food from us for $35 plus shipping. So huge difference just because you cook it yourselves. And I'm talking about literally less than like 2 minutes of prep time. Again, for our products, you could go to www.puphubnow.com. That's PUPHUBNOW.com. And I'm Courtney. I'm the founder and CEO of Pup Hub Now, if you're just not joining us. But back to our labels. So this is our, come here, Jaeger. This is our chicken and eggs Florentine breakfast for dogs, okay? And our first ingredients here, we talked about the 5 first ingredients and why that's important, because that is the most predominant, those are the most predominant ingredients in your dog's food. Ours are chicken, cottage cheese, oats, eggs, spinach. Chicken, cottage cheese, oats, eggs, spinach. Those are your 5 ingredients. I didn't split anything. That's what you're getting, okay? Far different than chicken, whole grain corn, barley, corn gluten meal. I forget what the other useless one was in the label that we went through. And you guys, just so you know, that label that I gave you an example of is not some cheesy, cheap, plain wrap dog food on the shelf. It's actually one of the quality foods. So I'm not going to say what it is because I don't believe in doing that, but I will tell you that that's considered one of the quality foods, the one that I just went through. Our next label is for our dinner, and it's chicken and turkey with veggies dinner. And our first 5 ingredients are chicken, ground turkey, tomatoes, brown rice, green beans. We go on to say macaroni and mixed vegetables. So those are our first 7, actually. And again, you can see that nothing is split there. So that's really what you want to look for. You want to make sure that you are understanding what you're reading on your labels, and that they truly are, that you're truly giving your dog the protein that you think that you're giving him, and that it's coming from the right source, not from corn, but coming from an actual meat. Come here, Jaeger. So if you look at our AFCA dry weight comparison, our protein that we provide, Jägermeister, come here, please, stop, no. Jaeger is having a moment. He's having a moment. Do you need a treat? I know, I'm being such a bad pup parent right now. I'm rewarding my pups for bad behavior. Don't do this, you guys. This is bad training. Okay, I never claimed to be a good trainer. I just do dog food, okay? I'm not a good trainer. Most of you who know me in private life know that my dogs are the most spoiled dogs and not very well trained, okay? These are sweet potato sweets. Here you go, little brats. Jägermeister, jeez. Anyway, so if you look at our protein, you guys, and you see what we're doing, we've got 35% on average of our protein that we're boasting for our dog food and our meal kits. So definitely check that out. Pup Up Now brings you the very, very best that we can possibly give to you. I give it to my dogs. I would give nothing to my babies that wasn't the very, very best. And so, of course, we feed them all of our products, our treats, everything else, and our medicinal aid. Wholeheartedly believe in it, and I know that your pups will love it. Especially if you have a picky pup, they're absolutely going to devour this food, you guys. I have not had a single complaint. I promise you they'll love it. Okay, for those of you who are just now joining, I'm Courtney. I'm the founder and CEO of Pup Up Now. I'm struggling. I'm coming out of a cold, so excuse my voice. I'm trying to get through this little Pup Hub Now live session with Jaeger, who needs a spray of his medicinal aid right now. Come here, Jägermeister. Gets a little anxious. So we have our neighbors across the street, and he doesn't like it, so he's letting them know. We're doing Pup Hub Now right now, huh? They need to be quiet? Okay, he let them know. All right, so with that, we're going to jump into Canine Comments by Karie, number 34. And as I told you guys, the very beginning of this segment, we said, what was the title of it? Let me jump back to it. I can't remember. The title of this segment is, How True is True? Just leave me alone. That's what some pet food companies are saying. We just talked about labels. That's what some dogs are saying. And that is what some residents of small towns are saying. So we're going to jump into Canine Comments by Karie, number 34. Karie is our Director of Public Relations. She brings us tidbits and facts about dogs, super informative information about canines, as well as quotes. And so we're going to do that right now. And she starts with a quote, and it says, "My dog is half pit bull, half poodle, not much of a watchdog, but a vicious gossip," by Craig Shoemaker, comedian. Super funny. As you know, Courtney and I live in a very small town, and with small towns comes gossip, both good and bad. Unfortunately, gossip can most times turn vicious. A friend of mine recently posted on Facebook a saying related to Borrego, or at least that's how I interpreted it. The nice part about living in a small town is that when you don't know what you're doing, everybody else does. Unknown. I'm back on Courtney's moral turpitude kick. I did a little segment a couple of weeks ago all about moral turpitude. But bottom line is, don't assume that you know someone else's situation, because you don't. The only people that truly know what is going on in my life are my family and my best friends. Think before you judge, because oftentimes you're just plain wrong. I could go on, but I won't. Okay, off my soapbox and on to the reason that I'm even talking about this. These types of interactions with the human population can make one want to become reclusive. In more direct terms, just leave me alone. Come here, Jaeger. This made me wonder if dogs ever feel the same way. Do they ever just want to be left alone for a bit? Well, the answer, surprisingly, is yes, for some breeds. While the majority of our furry family members don't necessarily need alone time to contemplate life or explore themselves better, like their human owners, some pups do fine and stay contented and enjoy their me time if they are just left alone. Many dogs use this time to take a nap or engage in their own favorite activities, such as playing with toys, digging, chasing birds, etc. Fun fact, Labradoodles hardly shed or drool, which makes them hyperallergenic, a great dog to own if you have allergies. They are also a good breed for those owners that need to be out of the house for a few hours, as they have easygoing temperaments that allow them to spend some time alone without creating havoc. As I researched more about this alone time, I came across articles that identified things that humans do that annoy their pups. So what are we doing that are making them mad? Petting a dog's face or patting their head. That's annoying for both dogs and people. I hate it when people pat my face. Forcing your dog to interact with dogs or people they clearly don't like. This one made me laugh out loud. For those parents out there, how many times have you encouraged your own kids to go ahead and play with other kids that they don't like for whatever reason? Karie says, I know I'm guilty of it with my own kids, but our pups feel the same way. So pay attention to those signs. Being boring. Who wants boring? Everyone has had the experience of having to endure boring from another person, whether it's going on and on grown-up errands with our parents when we were kids, or having to listen to grown-up conversation, which was boring anyway. Even now, it's difficult to sit and listen sometimes, for me anyway. Karie says that for me as well. Well, your dog feels the same way. That's how your dog feels when you're busy, being that boring grown-up. Consequently, the strew of photos posted on Courtney's dog, Logan, trying to persuade her into playing rather than working. And that's so true. If you guys look at Instagram or Facebook, Logan is there bringing me toys all day long saying, why are you doing this boring job when you could be playing with me, right? That's what they're thinking. Ultimately, like humans, dogs are social creatures that don't tend to survive well in solitude. In fact, they love attention and will do anything for their owner's praise and love. Most importantly, they are loyal and non-judgmental. Dogs are better than human beings because they know, but they don't tell. Emily Dickinson. Thank you so much, Karie. That is Canine Comments by Karie, number 34. She brings us tidbits, information, facts, good information about canines, and a little personal thoughts there from Karie today. Very entertaining. I appreciate that. She's our Director of Public Relations. We appreciate everything she does. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Karie. And that's about all I have for you guys today. Again, I'm Courtney. I'm the founder and CEO of Pup Up Now. We bring fresh ingredients delivered straight to your door so that you can prepare home-cooked meals for your pup, as well as treats, as well as the medicinal aid that will help your pups with any aches, pains, anxiety, or seizures. If you'd like to order any of our products, you can go to www.pupupnow.com. That's pupubnow.com. And if any of our promotions are not coming up right now for some reason, again, I have a brand new marketing team that is taking over our marketing, and I know that they're going to do a fabulous job. They're busy working on the website and some little hiccups there. So if some of our promotions are not coming up, please feel free to email me and I will make sure that you get the promotion that we are advertising. We're giving you guys a 7-cup promotion right now of a trial of our food for $14.25. We're also offering you $5 off your treats if you order 2 bags at once, and we're offering you $10 off our medicinal aid if you order 2 bottles at once. So if those promotions are not coming up on our website, please email me. That email is admin@pupupnow.com. That's ADMIN at pupupnow.com. That's PUPHUBNOW.com. And again, go to our website to order any of our products that you would like. We're on Facebook Live every Friday at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. We will see you guys next Friday. Have a fantastic weekend. Thank you so much for joining, and we'll see you guys next week. Thank you. Bye.